Welcome students. Today we are going to study subject geography standard 9th lesson number 4 exogenetic processes part 2 video number 13. Students, in previous video we learnt about work of river and glacier and the landform produce. Today we are going to study the work of the wind and the landform produce. See, in the previous standard you already learnt about the air. What is the air? The movement of air is called wind. See what is wind here. The movement of air is called wind, and wind is a gaseous agent of erosion. The erosional, transportational, and depositional work of wind is more prominent in desert and semi-arid regions. See, mainly wind work is very effective in desert and semi-arid regions because there is no obstacle in the path of the wind. Means as mechanical weathering occurs on a large scale, here powdered rock and sand spreads over a large area. See, in the desert the powder rocks and the means here mechanical weathering is mainly seen here in the hot desert region, and this is the means powder rock and the sand spreads over a large area. There is hardly any obstacle in the transportational work of wind. Means hardly any obstacle in the desert region. That's why wind work is very effective in the desert. And sand particles also get transported along with the wind, and they are carried over longer distance, and they are carried over on the longer distance and get deposited where the speed of the wind is reduced. See, in this way different landforms are formed. So first we will start with the erosional work of wind. See, winds carries a small sand particles, small pebbles, etc. Means wind in the desert, wind carries small sand particles, small pebbles, etc. along with it, and these particles causes erosion along rocks coming in the ways due to friction. So this leads the formation of mushroom rocks. You can see in the picture how the mushroom rocks are formed. Means mushroom rocks are mainly formed here. Base of the rock is eroded because of the friction. Means wind carries small particles, sand particles, small pebbles also, and these all are the hitting the base of the rock, and the base of the rock is eroded, and these type of landforms are formed. It is known as the mushroom rocks. See, second landform, you can see the yardungs. See what is the yardung? Means landforms formed due to the dual work of the erosion and transportation. You can see the pictures here. What is the how the landforms are formed here? Means landform formed due to the dual work of erosion as well as transportation by the wind, and it is formed due to friction and carrying away of original rocks or homogeneous sediments. It looks like a topple boat. You can see all these pictures. It is looking like a topple boat here, and the slope of the windward side is steep while the leeward side has a gentle slope is there. You can see that how the it is looking like a boat only. And if the region has hard and the soft rocks, then the part of the soft rock appear through, while hard rocks appears like a mound. Means you can see hard rocks looking like a hill only, mound is there, and the soft rocks are eroded more than the hard rocks. You can see in this picture clearly, you will see that. Means how the soft rocks appears like through, means long narrow portion is there, while hard rocks appears like a mound means what, hill like a structure is there. So these are the landforms are also formed due to the erosion and the transportation. Next is the deflation hollows. You can see the how the looking like a here digging sand. Someone has digged the sand from the one place only. It is looking like a deflation hollows. See, these are the also landforms are formed due to the erosional work of wind. Now see, next is the depositional work of wind. See which are the different landforms are formed due to the depositional work of the wind. Everyone see the pictures. See what is the deposition is there. Sand particles that blow with the wind are different shapes and size. You can see in the desert, these are the small sand particles are there, pebbles are there. Okay, and those particles which are very fine are carried over a longer distance, while the larger ones get transported to a shorter distance. You can see small particles are carried away, very fine particles are carried by the wind on the longer distance, whereas larger ones get transported in a to a shorter distance. And these sand particles get deposited in desert and semi-arid climates. As a result, specific landforms are formed like a sand dunes. You can see in the picture, these are the sand dunes are there. See that sand, how the ripple marks are there. You can see this is the sand dunes are there, like a hill like a structure is formed. It is looking like a sand dune, means landform produced due to the depositional work of wind. Such landforms are produced in the arid regions or along sea coast also. Means according to their shape, sand dunes can be divided into two major types, barkans and the seps. You can see these are the barkans are there. You can see this is the picture of the barkan. This is also type of the sand dune. Next is the seps are there. You can see how the narrow long portion is seen in the picture. You can see this is the sep is there. Sep is the Arabic word is there. Okay, it means sword. Means in Arabic, sep means sword, and such sand dunes are narrow and spread to a long distance. They resemble swords and are therefore named so. And they are parallel to direction of the wind blowing. They are taper towards the wind direction. Their slopes are somewhat symmetrical and crest and are sharp. Means many these type of shapes are formed in the mainly Rub al Khali desert of Saudi Arabia and desert in Iran. Shapes are visible even up to 200 km long. These are the spread. You can see this is the ripple. See these are the shapes are there. So you can see how it is spread. Yeah, how it these are the line, different landforms are formed. Next is the lowest plains are also formed due to the depositional work of the wind. You can see next is given, these are the ripple marks are there. You can see how on the ripple marks are formed on the desert. Easily you can see here how the ripple marks are seen. Means when wind blows over a loose sand, no, the sand towards the bottom is pulled or pushed in the direction of a flow, and wave like structure is formed. You can see here how the wave like structure is formed here on the desert. This is called the ripple marks. Means wave like structure of a sand are formed on sand perpendicular to the flow, and these ripple marks are seen on beaches in the coastal areas or towards the windward side of the barkans. So